Hi everyone! A few months ago I had this idea of making a flying LED long exposure photography display that could be mounted on an RC plane and fly over somewhere and take very long exposure photographies of the trail of the LEDs on the plane and everything. But the thing is that you might already know that I'm not really good at making things fly. I will work on improving on that. But for this job I needed something reliable and that worked well. So this happened. Like a 3-meter LED strip.
It would fly very slow.
I could fly or...
A huge glider or a flying wing of some sort.
Just the refresh of the lines.
I think trying to judge the speed that it flies at to the speed that the image is shown is going to be a tricky one.
Inputs on the electronics for the remote so you can adjust the speed.
Need some experimentation done.
If I give you the 3 strips, you could put them in the plane.
What about this? Is this big enough?
So I'm pretty sure that many of you already know Tom Stanton, but I will leave the link to his channel in the description. If you like my content, you are going to love his. He's a master of the flying stuff. He's making electric bikes and trebuchets and lots of amazing stuff. So go and check the link. And now let me present you in the table what we are going to use for this project. We are going to have 3 1-meter segments that are going to be assembled together with these 2 pieces in here and 3 pieces of this M8 rod in here, and are going to be fastened with these knobs in here, with these nuts and these bolts. The LED strips are going to be held to the segments with these pieces in here, and the LED strips that we are going to use are going to be these ones in here, which are WS2812B LED strips, which work at 5 volts and have 144 RGB LEDs per meter. That's a lot. Everything is going to be wired with this, powered with this LiPo battery, which we are going to step down with these step-down converters because I don't have 2S batteries or 1S batteries. We are going to use this to connect the battery to the rest of the system. And everything is going to be controlled with this TNC 3.6, but let me explain that to you later. And all the mess of wires, microcontroller, battery and everything is going to be held inside this box in here. So let's start building. So this is the part that is going to join the segments together, but this has no strength. So if I try to make a 3-meter structure with this is going to break. So this only has one mission. We are going to put 1, 2, 3, and 4 captive nuts inside this, and then we are going to slide the M8 rod through here, which is going to be the thing that gives it its strength. And for that, we need to make these holes in here. Now we need this in 2 parts. Precision measurement. Let's do an assembly test. now we have a 3-meter bar of aluminum, whatever, this thing. Woo. And well, it feels, whenever I do these kind of things, I don't realize how big is it going to be, because if I want to make a test, I can only do it on that side of the workshop. And this is the big one. Yes! Now I will try and fit all the LED holders on this thing just to see if it works. Well, it seems to work, but for now I think this is working. Woohoo! Now I need to decide if I'm going to put first the strip in this connect. I do the connection. This needs cut in 3 parts with the wire and connectors. Give me a second. Coffee. It seems that I forgot to press record for the last few minutes, but I didn't do much. I'm just using white duct tape to join all these parts together so they don't slide on the tube. And I've just soldered the TNC 3.6 to the strip. You can see that it is a really simple schematic, and I put one of the connectors in here so I can just do this and separate the TNC from the strip. Well, this is just a giant LED bar. Now I need to do the wiring. But you know, wiring is super boring. But there are only 3 lines, ground, 5 volts, and data that have to be passed from one strip to the other. I remember that I need to do 2 extra holes for this thing, so I better do it now. Yes, I think I've seen a spider going down from the ceiling. Is it in my back? Can you see it? I hope not. This in here took me almost more time than the rest of the things combined. But it's attached. It's fine. Now, with this at the end, it looks perfect. Completely and absolutely absurd. Look at the size of this thing. Light painting! Woohoo! Well, I've done some of the boring wiring stuff, and I will try to see if all the LEDs are working and blink. Okay, it seems now that you can see it. Okay, it seems that all the LEDs are connected and working. Now I will start adding power lines to be able to light up more LEDs at once. So give me a second. Another one. I did a few changes on my plans in the middle of the project. I've joined the entire strip together, so now I cannot take it apart, but I need to test some things, and I need to eliminate points of failure. So I will try now to guess how much will take to power the entire strip. Well, I just lit up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 LEDs. So with all the LEDs is 300 milliamps, and with 10 LEDs on is 650, 460, 70, 60. Let's say 660. So that's 360 milliamps for 10 LEDs, which makes it 300 divided is 33 milliamps per LED. So each one of these DC to DC converters can drive up to 3 amps of current. I think I did this calculation somewhere along the project, because I have 6. I will put the 6 converters along the strip and see how it works, and as wiring is super boring, I'll be RP. Okay, I need to do some changes in the code. I'll be RP. Well, and after all that wiring and building and everything, I got to code the software. I did a sketch in processing and another in Arduino, so I'm ready to explain you how this works. First, we get an image, a regular image. In this case, we are using images that are 432 pixels wide and 1000 pixels long, because the strip in this case has 432 LEDs. The sketch that I did in processing converts the image, every single pixel, in a binary file that the Teensy 3.6 can read. The file gets inserted into an SD card that goes into the slot on the Teensy, and the sketch on the Teensy grabs 432 pixels at once and throws them into the strip, one at a time. One entire line of the image, another line of the image, but I think it's better if I show you. So let's change the setup. So I am intermittently here. I will do a test to see if you can guess what this shape is. Okay, ready? Go! Okay, did you guess what it was? No? Well, I will make now a long exposure photography just to show you. Okay, ready? Go! Now that I showed you how it works, let me show you a few shots that I took with this rig. And that's an LED strip, so not only images can be drawn. I can use any algorithm that I want to draw random colors on them and do this kind of pictures. Well, as you have seen, I have to walk really slowly for the letters to show correctly and for the images to not be stretched. So I think that Tom will have to choose wisely which flying machine he uses for this project. But I'm pretty sure that he is going to make it. Now go and check the link in the description where Tom's video is linked, because he's going to take this project to the skies. And I've already seen some of the images. It's awesome. Go check the link. And well, that's it for this week. I hope you liked the video. I enjoyed it a lot. Tom is a really nice guy. Thanks a lot for everything, liking, sharing, commenting on my videos. Thanks a lot for your Patreon support. Please consider supporting me on Patreon so I can keep doing this kind of stuff. And now please go and make something!